So the day that Elon Musk took over Twitter, now X, that was a good day for free speech. I know it's not been perfect, but it's been a lot better. And the good news keeps coming. Elon Musk is at war on a couple of fronts here against cancel culture. Here's the headline. Elon Musk vows to go to war against companies that punish employees for activity on X. Here's what he said. If you were unfairly treated by your employer due to posting or liking something on this platform, we will fund your legal bill. No limit. Please let us know. So this is huge. This is massive news. Because if you want to create loyalty to a platform, this is going to do it. I mean, has anybody ever felt like the people running a social media company actually cared about the users, cared about their rights, their fundamental rights, like free speech? Not so much. Now, of course, you do have the up-and-comers, especially Rumble. You've got BitChute, Odyssey, Minds, and they're all very good on free speech. But for one of the big, original social media companies, this is historic in my opinion. Here from Austin Allred, Elon understands that nothing changes behavior in the United States faster than the threat of legal action. To which Elon Musk replied, and we won't just sue, it will be extremely loud, and we will go after the boards of directors of the companies too. So he's giving a reason for companies to be wary of canceling people for thinking things that they have a right to think, or saying things that they have a right to say. Now, we've already seen Jordan Peterson invite Elon Musk to join his legal battle against the Canadian regulator threatening his license, and Gina Carano jumping into the fray as well. And while these would create a lot of publicity, I kind of feel like it may be against the spirit of the thing, which would be to help people who aren't famous and don't have a lot of their own money for lawyers or are able to crowdfund. Not that, these aren't, worthy causes, but I just wonder if it violates the spirit of the thing a little bit. And on that note, we did see this from Libs of TikTok. Kara Creates was fired for following Libs of TikTok. Limited Run Games fired an employee for following Libs of TikTok on Twitter. Hope Elon Musk X can help her. And here she links to a Daily Wire story. A trans activist appears to get woman fired for following Libs of TikTok, other conservatives on Twitter. And Elon Musk responded. He said, Kara, is that accurate? She said, yes. It was led by someone who dug through my tweets and found a single one from 2016 regarding hesitation of people taking advantage of the bathroom discussion. Started a witch hunt, and I was fired the same day. Happy to chat more about it if you are interested. He said, great, let's have at it. Now, I said that Elon's fighting cancel culture on multiple fronts, and here's another one. X filed a lawsuit last week against a nonprofit organization accusing it of unlawfully accessing private data and cherry-picking posts to show a rise in hate speech on the social media platform under Musk's ownership. Filed in the U.S. District Court of the Northern District of California, the social media company, formerly known as Twitter, claims the Center for Countering Digital Hate, a British nonprofit that researches so-called online hate and disinformation. They're also an American nonprofit as well, orchestrated a scare campaign to drive away advertisers from the X platform by publishing so-called hate speech reports. Yeah, there's a million of these nonprofits, and they're always, without exception, far-left ideologues. In fact, let's take a look at the website for the Center for Countering Digital Hate. About, our mission is to protect human rights and civil liberties online. Well, the biggest civil liberty of all, anywhere, is free speech, freedom of expression. So what they're doing, in fact, is attacking human rights and civil liberties online. It says social media companies erode basic human rights and civil liberties by enabling the spread of online hate and disinformation. So online hate and disinformation. Online hate is, of course, as we know now, anything that leftists don't like. And disinformation is truth they don't like. And what's this on their website? Center for Countering Digital Hate submission to the White House. The CCDH shared research and policy recommendations on technology-facilitated gender-based violence, including our STAR framework, with the White House task force to address online harassment and abuse. So apparently the Center for Countering Digital Hate doesn't have a copy editor. So what is a technology-facilitated gender-based violence? Well, I'm guessing that it's not violence at all. It's name-calling online, or just disagreements online. But I have to say, what a surprise that there's a connection with the White House here. Isn't that odd? Or maybe it's not so odd with everything we learned from the Twitter files about the Biden administration interfering with people's First Amendment rights. Let's see, it says here, online hate. Social media platforms have become safe spaces for abuse and harmful content, making them potentially hostile environments for normal users. Hate not only denies those being abused the ability to freely express themselves online, it can lead to substantial direct offline harm and violence. Well, doxing and calls for violence are not allowed on Twitter. And as for this hate, which, again, hate is just whatever they decide it is. It could just be a disagreement. It says that it not only denies those being abused the ability to freely express themselves online. No, it doesn't. Even genuine hate doesn't do that. You can still express yourself online. You can express yourself. You can walk away from the computer. It doesn't really matter. This is all just a thinly veiled attempt to silence people they don't agree with. We all know that. Let's go a little bit deeper on the Center for Countering Digital Hate. Here it says campaigns against Google advertisements for media organizations. The CCDH has campaigned to restrict the reach of the following media organizations by targeting their use of the Google advertising platform. So I wonder if any of these have something in common. Breitbart News, CNS News, Hot Air, Newsbusters, Newsmax, MRC TV, Red State, Twitchy, The Daily Wire, Zero Hedge. Yeah, I don't think I have to tell you what we might notice from a list like this. It says here that the CCDH wrote an article asking Google to stop running advertisements for what the CCDH called, quote, racist disinformation and conspiracies relating to, guess who? George Soros. Because, obviously, George Soros is a far-left hero. So you're not allowed to criticize him. Also claims that Dr. Fauci's NIH funded a laboratory in Wuhan. How about that? They were trying to get media companies banned from advertising on Google because of claims that Dr. Fauci's NIH funded a laboratory in Wuhan. I guess they don't follow the news very closely. In major shift, NIH admits funding risky virus research in Wuhan. That's right. So I guess maybe it's not so hard to believe that these are the guys that are advising the White House. How about this? The U.S. House of Representatives Judiciary Committee has sent a letter to CCDH regarding to what extent the executive branch has coerced and colluded with companies and other intermediaries to censor speech, and requested all documents and communications between the CCDH and the U.S. executive branch or social media companies, a list of employees, contractors, or grants received. The committee stated in its letter that it has the power to investigate issues related to the violation of the civil liberties of citizens of the United States. So those are the kinds of forces allied with the White House that Elon Musk is going to war with. And those are the kinds of organizations that try to get people canceled for having the wrong opinions. So he's fighting them, and if you get fired from your job because of something that you put on X, Elon might be fighting for you. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.